Hello everyone, this is Sybil. Welcome to the third installment of Scrap Bin Saturday, and this collaboration is hosted by Megan W. There are a whole lot of us participating in this collaboration, using up our scraps and trying to give you guys some ideas of how to use your scraps. And so all the links to all the channels will be down below in the description box. And I want to thank you for coming over today. I am going to hopefully in real time share with you a little process that I enjoy to do to help my cards look a little bit more polished, kind of stand out. And I have a card here. Now this beautiful paper is from the Simon Says Stamp card kit, and I simply just trim down the paper, and so here's a sheet, I trimmed that, I trimmed some here, I put some black paper here, and then I put a couple little tags there, and then a little sticker. But what really stands out is the sentiment smile. And what I want to share with you today is how to make your sentiments really pop, really stand out on your card. And I'm going to turn my card, let's see if I get it the right way here, so you can see all the dimension on that sticker, and that word. This is a die from Honeybee Stamps, and what I've done for that dimension, to get that dimension, is I have cut that die out, I think 5 times, and glued them together. Now there's different ways that you can glue them together, and I'll share that with you. This is not necessarily a quickie project, but it's something that I enjoy to do. I don't mind. I know I might be one of those odd people. I don't mind fussy cutting. I know some people just hate it. I actually find it relaxing, just as I find this relaxing. Now there's no fussy cutting involved, mind you. You do need a die machine to do this, but it is a process, but it's an enjoyable process. I love mystery movies, mystery shows, and so they're mainly British, and I turn one of those on and I go to town and I just do a whole bunch of sentiments. So I wanted to share this card with you so you get the idea of what I'm going to share with you today. And then also I pulled out some dies. I used all 3 of these memory box dies. It's called Oh Hello Again. So there's 3 different hellos. And I used some MFT dies. I used, I think, Friends and Twice the Thanks, and then Celebrate. And then I also used some Simon Says Stamp dies. So I'm going to just move those out of the way as well. And once again, as in my last 2 videos, I shared that why did I put those away? I should just bring it back so I can share with you what I'm talking about. When I purchase new dies or stamps, I take them out of the original packaging, and then I put them in these clear acrylic pockets, and I cut some heavy-duty cardstock as my base in the pocket. And so I always have white cardstock left over that's heavy-duty. There's usually one long skinny strip and then one of these. So, or a couple of them. So I have a whole lot of these, and I shared last time some cards that I used a bunch of these. I think I made 3 cards, so I used 3 of those, and I think the time before I used some of these. But whatever you have in your stash, your scrap bin or your scrap drawer, I have a couple scrap drawers, you can pull those papers out and use them. It does not have to be white cardstock, but that's what I'm going to share with you today, because that's mainly what I did use. And let me pull, I'm trying to figure out what would be the best way to do this. Let me share with you first a few of my sentiments that I cut out last night, or words that I cut out last night. And they're all layered. This one is the thinnest. I think I only did 2 layers on this one. But I'm not sure if you will be able to pick up the sparkle, but you can see the ombre look. So there's all different ways that you can color your sentiments up, your words up. So what I did is I brought out some inks. So you're going to see all 3 of these inks here. You see the, I think it's the pink one. I guess it doesn't really matter the name of the ink, but these are Hero Arts Ombre inks. And so I just rocked back and forth the ink pad and got that ombre look because I love that. Some I did the dark color on the bottom, some on the top. And so there those are. And each one of these has at least 2 to 4 layers of die cut glued together, each one glued together. And excuse all the glue on my fingers, believe me, there's a lot because I've been working on these. Let me see, what was I going to say? There's also sparkle. So what I do is I die cut several layers, I glue them together, and then I put sparkle on top. No, that's wrong. If I use the ink, I ink them, and then I put the sparkle on top. So there's all different ways. Now these I colored with my Copic markers. And I've done these before with my Zig markers. You can also use Tombow Jewel brush pens. Just be aware that if you use an ink that is not water resistant or a marker that is activated by water, it will run, it will spread, and it's not a bad thing. Just be aware of that, because when you put your sparkle pen on there, as I did, it will move the color. And here's an example of that. So where's that sentiment? This is from Simon Says Stamp. Do you see how the color is moved around on the back, on the frame of the word? But I don't mind that. I thought it actually looked kind of cool. So these are all done with Copics. This was done with the ombre ink pad from Hero Arts. Now I've got a couple more to show you, because you don't have to color at all. You can actually use your scrap paper and just layer. So what I did was I took some paper, just my white paper, and then some of my printed scrap paper from my scrap bin, and layered those like that. And here's this one. And this paper is actually from Lawn Fawn. And I used it on a card last week, and I had a strip left. And so I thought, why not use that for this project? So see, white on the bottom, because there's a couple of layers of the white cardstock. And then there is the Lawn Fawn plaid paper. And I'm hoping you can see the sparkle from my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, and then glossy accents on top of that. So it's a nice sturdy word. And look at all these words that I have when I need to make a birthday card or a graduation card. I can add celebrate to it. It's already done. So it's kind of neat to have these all ready, you know, for when you're wanting to make a card, like that little card that I did over there. It's mainly paper, but then I added that sentiment, and it just made the card really pop, come to life, you know. So let me move these out of the way, my ink pads out of the way. And I want to show you that I used there's a couple things that you can do to glue all your layers. Now, if you don't have stick-it paper, which is excellent, you can use all different types of glue to glue your layers. You can use the Nouveau Deluxe glue. This is excellent, excellent, excellent glue. It took me a while to get my hands on it because it was sold out everywhere, and now I know why, because it is really excellent glue. You can use the art glitter glue, whatever kind of glue you have on hand. My favorite glue is the Ivy Hollow Scrap Fusion glue, although this Nouveau glue, I love it. Awesome. So that's one way to glue all your layers together. you probably want to have like the art glitter glue. It has a nice little tip. See that? Makes it easy to get those fine little lines. But the easiest way, if you have this, and there's more than one brand of this type of product, it's called, this is Ken Oliver's Stick It. And it is a tacky paper. And there's a line. So you peel this off. This isn't tacky, but this is. This is the side that'll go down on your paper. So let me show you real quick. When I'm doing layers, this is the easiest way to do it with the stick it paper or whatever type of paper. I already put a layer of it on here on the back. Now, if you've cut 3 or 4 layers of paper and you want to do your last die, you don't want it sticky on the top, of course, but you do want it sticky on the bottom so you can adhere it to your other layers. That's how you would do it. You just layer the one side. But if you are going to, let me get my paper over here. My son instead says stamp, big pad of paper. But if you're going to do both sides, because you're in the beginning process and you're going to be doing a bunch of layers, some of my words over there have like 4 or 5 layers. It would help if I got the right side. So this isn't sticky, so don't worry about where you put that. Worry about where you put this, because it'll really stick. So I just set it down on my paper, and I kind of smooth it as I go. And then you can peel this off, but what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to trim that because I don't want that to go to waste. But I just wanted you to see, there's the stick it paper on the front and the back. So when I put a die in, it's going to be, and I peel that stick it paper off after I've run it through my die machine. It'll be sticky on the top and it'll be sticky on the bottom. So I can put another love underneath and a love on top. And I hope that makes sense. So let me do a word really quick. What is my time? Okay, so this one, this is the As Paper Smooches Love die. And it's really cute. And it does have the center in it as well, but I took that out for these purposes. So this is how the stick it paper works. I've already run this through the die machine with the stick it paper on. And now that's really tacky. And let's see if I can do this from a distance. And there you go, there's one layer. See, wasn't that easy? Pretty cool, right? And same with this. I did that with this one, Praying. So I've got this is all stick it. And then I cut this out. And I'll do the same thing. I will simply pop that on top of there after I pop all these little itty bitties out. And then I can do another layer. I can just leave it at the 2 layers. But what I'm going to show you is, say that I have, we're just going to pretend that it's nice and thick, that I have like 3 or 4 layers on there. And what's nice is it gives you a little time to move it about to where you get your letters on there. And don't worry, they don't have to be perfect. Like some of mine, you can see the white behind it a little bit. I don't care, you know, it don't matter to me. If it matters to you, you can take your marker and go around all that white to make it look really perfect, you know. So what I wanted to show you was, you simply just take, this is a really easy way. You can just take your Spectrum Noir sparkle pen It's already got the sparkle on it. And color away, you know. Now normally I would have this on paper and I would just go to town on it like that. And then you would let that dry, and it's sparkly, but I'm not sure, like I said, if my light's gonna pick that up. And then once you have that done, you put your glossy accents on it. Now, if you don't have the Spectrum Noir sparkle pens, I did want to share with you. You can use stickles. If you don't have a Wink of Stella, you also use the Nouveau pen. It's really great. But you can use stickles, like clear stickles or colored stickles. You can leave this white and use colored stickles. Just make sure it's not gloppy, kind of smooth it out. Let it dry, and then if you want the other layer, not third, but the layer of the glossy accents, then just put the glossy accents on. And then, my friend, you have some really pretty, ready-made for your card sentiments. I hope you enjoyed this. I had so much fun making all of these. So when I want to make a card, I don't have to have an excuse and say, oh, I don't have anything ready for my card. I can slap some paper together, some stickers, you know, kind of like this card. I didn't slap it together. I don't slap my cards together, but I said that, you know. But, you know, you can make a really beautiful card with some pretty papers, a little sticker here and there, and then put your sentiment on there. And if the back of it has the Ken Oliver stick it, you just peel that off and press that down on your card, and your card is ready. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long, but you know, a real-time process video, they tend to go a little bit longer. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please visit all the channels. And once again, I want to thank you for your beautiful and wonderful, sweet comments you've been leaving on my videos. Thank you for all the thumbs up, and thank you and welcome to my new subscribers. I hope you all have a fabulous Saturday. God bless, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye now.